to my channel. I'm Tina. This is our first video about JSP Actions. Okay. Do you still remember when we talk about JSP, we mentioned in JSP there are two types of elements you can put inside a JSP file. The first one is static content, which is HTML. Okay, everything you put in HTML, you can write in JSP files. Second one is the dynamic part, and there are 7 elements, which is we consider as a dynamic part in JSP. We already talked about declaration for add instance methods and instance variables, right? We talked about scriptlet. Scriptlet, you can write all the statements inside a method. Okay, for suppose in a method you write a statement. All the statement in a method you can also put it in a scriptlet. Okay. We also talked about expression, which is to display information inside the browser, which output some in the browser. We also talked about directives, and we mentioned how many. We already mentioned 2. And the first one is called page, okay, for import some libraries or classes. And there's another one we set for the page type is text HTML and character set, right? We also mentioned another directive is include, okay, and which is which can be used to build a layout. Okay, we can have a common header, footer, and sidebar, those as separate files. Then we can use include into our main files. Okay, there's one missing we haven't talked about is in directive is called a tag lib, and that's what we're gonna teach, okay, in this part, like JSP actions. And we also mentioned about expression language, EL, right? We also talked about the what's the thing? 6th one is comment, okay, JSP comment, okay, and we have one remaining when we first time introduced them is JSP actions, okay. JSP actions. At that time, I decided to talk with to combine JSP actions, which include 2 parts. One is a standard action, and which is part of the specification of JSP. The other one is a JSTL, which is a tag library. We can consider as also JSP actions. After I go through the list, I kind of like regret a little bit. I should talk about JSP action, then talk about EL, expression language, then talk about JSTL. But since I already made those videos, so I will just continue as I planned. It's not a big deal, okay? So let's take a look at a JSP action, the introduction, okay? JSP actions, okay. Why these JSP actions comes out? We have to take a step back. Is if we want to have some dynamic code inside the JSP, most of the time before JSP action, we're using scriptlet. And we also talked about scriptlet is not good. One very important reason is the web designers, they don't understand the scriptlet. Okay, it's really hard for them to understand. And the JSP actions are kind of like solve this problem because JSP actions are predefined HTML-like element. Okay, they look like HTML. So when the web designer see the JSP page, they will not feel very very depressed, not frustrated, okay, kind of like have a headache. Okay, so that's why JSP Actions is preferred and it's recommended compared with Scriptlet. Okay, and JSP Actions can be used for some common processing, like if you want to do database connection, it actually can do using JSP action. Okay, if you want to do iterations, okay, if you want to manipulate on the string, like do substring and the condition checking, you can all using JSP actions to do. Okay, so JSP actions, let me also here I have one sentence I haven't read this one. Okay, use constructs in XML syntax to control the behavior of the servlet engine. Okay, because HTML is also kind of like HTML is also kind of XML, so it makes sense to using XML syntax. But most likely we will say it's JSP actions are kind of like a predefined HTML like element. Okay, the syntax is like this way. Here the JSP action, the syntax here are using the standard action because JSTL is different. Okay, it's better I do like this way probably. This one probably here, JSP standard action syntax, because JSTL is a little bit different. Sorry for that. Okay, I made a mistake, but it's kind of like very similar, like JSP standard, which is JSP, and you will have action name. Action name we will see in the next slide is gonna be like include. If you want to forward all the things, you're gonna have attribute key value pair. Okay, like include have a file, you want to include the file. Okay, and forward to another URL, something like that. And this is standard. There's another one which is a JSTL. We will consider also as a kind of like extended JSP actions. We will talk in the future too. JSTL is like a best, here is gonna be prefix, and by convention the prefix is like this one, C for JSTL core. Okay, and it also have this is for core. It also have others like functions, fn, and have others. Okay, like this one JSTL C, like for each, and like var items, okay, equals var, and this is attribute value, and more. Okay, C for each, like this one. Okay, so very similar, right? And you can see the tag, it's kind of like HTML tags. Okay, and suppose like for the BR, like this is a void element, and this is kind of like a void element. Also for the JSTL is also very similar to the HTML. And here we have opening tag, we have a closing tag. So when the web designer see this kind of content, they probably will feel more comfortable compared when they see the scriptlets. Okay. And for the JSP standard action tags, okay, here I'm talking about this part. Okay, this one, the standard actions, which is a part of JSP specification, which means every JSP you can directly use them without doing other extra step. Okay, you can directly use them. We have so many. And like a JSP forward, okay, it can be used to forward request and response to another resource. It's very similar to the servlets. servlet in do get or do post, you can forward to another page. Okay, it's not good to do forward in post. Sorry. We will talk about JSP include, like includes another JSP file, which is very similar to directive include, but it's different. Okay, we will talk about use bin, which can be used to create or locate bin object. Okay, but before we talk about the JSP use bin, I will also mention about the Java beans. Okay. If you guys understand Java beans, then you can skip those videos. And we will talk about set a property or get a property from the bin. It's very similar to what? To the setter getter methods. Okay. And we can, I'm not sure about others like a JSP plugin, embed another such as applets. Probably I want to do this one because I don't have a good example for this one. Okay, if I find, I will show you. Okay, and the JSP parameters I can show you because it can be used with the forward. Okay, when I forward to another page, we can have some request parameters on that. Okay, and JSP callback, this one I don't think I may. I'm not sure if I will include this one or not because. Honestly speaking, for JSP standard action, okay, most of them I never used in my previous experience. Okay, which means I never used. I used the include, but I didn't using this JSP include. I never used the. I should say I never used all of them. Okay, in my previous job, I never used. Okay, sorry. But it's good to know because you may need to use them. Okay, you may run some like a legacy code, a very legacy code, and they show you they have some code which uses JSP actions. Okay. So that's it for this video. I just want to give you a brief introduction about JSP actions, and in the following videos I will talk about each of JSP action and JSTL one by one. Okay. Thank you for watching this video. See you next time. Bye bye.